I went in there with
natural beauty versus cosmetic surgery.
just wanting a nose job and my lips done, and he made me feel like my entire face was messed up. I left in tears because I thought, I am so hideous.
We brought advocates of natural beauty and cosmetic surgery together to spark a dialogue about the difference in similarities. Guys, this is actually interesting.
3.5 years in the jungle, Pog xQcl.
My name is Shanna. I do anti-aging research and consulting.
My name is Tanisha, aka Vitiligo Queen. I do a lot of advocacy for vitiligo awareness.
Hi, I'm Rena, and I'm an actress.
My name is Carly. I'm a healthy lifestyle coach.
My name is Sagar Patel, and I'm a facial plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills.
My name is Nicola Lowry. I am a physician assistant practicing aesthetic medicine. I've been practicing for 14 years, and I'm a
Man, she looks kind of
national
bugged in.
trainer for Allergan, the makers of Botox and fillers.
Can I please have my natural beauty folks on the left and my
Chat.
cosmetic surgery group on?
I think it's gonna work out when they kind of smile, right? And you can see that the lips don't move, but you can see the muscle pull. Like you see it when they do go like this, right? But the muscle here, you can see them pull, but the lips go like this. So it's like. You're like, Jesus Christ.
On the right. The cosmetic surgery industry exploits people's insecurities.
Expect enough wipe. Please wipe xQ cow.
Exploit?
I don't think the industry as a whole does. It's money, right? So I think there's motivation behind women not feeling good about themselves.
Okay, guys, this is stuff. Guys, you could use, in this context, I feel like you could use the word exploit in everywhere you can. I think it's a little bit of a disingenuous word if we use the word exploit, though.
And I do think there are certain companies and individuals who would exploit that.
If it's a
in order
solution
to
and they
make it
want
more
it
lucrative
as
for
a
them.
their problem,
It just makes sense. That's
they're
how
not
businesses work.
exploiting it, though.
Some places where I've worked, they tell you, like, bring out those insecurities because I want them to buy these products.
Okay.
I mean, like,
Okay, then hospitals then, okay, they exploit people's health needs, like.
get
what?
a training, they tell you that.
Right, and I'm not gonna do that to someone that's like, oh, well, you have this, and this wrong. Maybe you wanna fix it? I'm not gonna do that to somebody and create an insecurity in them that maybe they knew they had and now I'm playing on it, or maybe they didn't know, but now they do.
Definitely. I was only 18. When I called for my consult, I said I would like to have a consult for a rhinoplasty and lip injections. And he gave me that I needed cheek implants, I needed to have my brow line shaved down because changing my nose would change the entire shape of my face. And I felt very much so like he just saw me as money.
Okay.
There's good doctors and bad doctors. And in the end, the important thing to realize is that doctors are trying to do good for other people. There's exceptions, but it's a professional society where our goal is to help other people. And initially going into the cosmetic world especially, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry,
Yeah, it's
and
way
as a
more money.
doctor, you're always taught a couple of laurels from benevolence to do no harm.
The insecurity is inherent in all of us. Some of us have more, some of us have less, but it was already there. And does the cosmetic industry capitalize on our insecurities? Sure, I think that there is a piece of that. But as all industries, they're just trying to market to the people that are going to utilize their product.
I wish I could change something about my appearance.
Guys,
Yeah, I feel like,
the thing wasn't bad.
just because
I just couldn't help but it's just, man, I'm just
I want to
watching
change something about myself doesn't necessarily mean that I don't accept myself. Those are the thoughts that prompt me to work on acceptance of myself.
Something that I come across
Guys,
a lot.
It is a chat that whenever you have a bunch of injections and a bunch of things, right? And whenever you move one muscle, I feel like only that muscle moves. It's like the whole thing is stuck in time. And you're just like, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
My practice is not so much that someone wants to change the way that they look, but they want to preserve it. There's a lot of issues, especially with women, with the aging process. It's not so much that they want to be somebody else or they want to look like somebody else, but they want to stay looking like them. I fully intend to do a facelift when the time is right. And not because I want to look different, but because I want to continue to look as young as I feel.
Yeah, I think for me, major decision for me to get cosmetic surgery was that I was in my early 20s and I had had a massive weight loss. I naturally lost the weight. I lost 175 pounds and my skin looked like a 90-year-old. So for me, I consider it more like reconstructive and kind of getting back to what I was supposed to be.
I feel like that's like a different thing though, guys. Even though it's cosmetic though, it also has a mechanical applications. If your skin is going crazy, you lost a lot of weight. It's different.
Before I did
by nature
some damage to myself.
For me, I spent my entire childhood into my early adult life wishing I looked different. I promised myself that I would never ever tell myself, I wish I had this, I wish I looked like this. Because I found that triggered things for me that brought back places that I used to be with my eating disorder.
I think that's great, and I hope you don't take offense to this, but you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I feel like if I was naturally that like beautiful, it wouldn't be that hard to like be like, oh my God, my face is gorgeous. You know, I'm gonna accept myself. There are people who have facial deformities and body deformities. Like
I think this has been disingenuous to people because people have insecurities about some of the stuff that they have, right? And it's like, oh, you look beautiful, but that person probably feels the same way about other people. It's like a vicious circle. You don't really get
kind
there.
of what I consider what I went through. It's a little harder.
Yeah, 'definitely.
They don't like
might
their
have a pretty
ears,
face,
their nose,
but
whatever.
I was
I
always
personally don't give a
the
shit.
largest of all of my friends, the largest of my family. 5 years of my life I spent constantly waking up in the morning and picking apart every single part of my body. I can't continue this constant...
Guys, I personally just don't agree, guys, especially when it comes down to shit like nose and ears. It's like, oh, dude, look at it. I have a face that's like kind of similar to other people, whatever, right? And then I'll have like a different... I have my own nose. Why would I want your nose? I don't want your nose. I want my own nose. Who else has my nose? Nobody. So why would I make some guy pay money to make my nose look like somebody else? Bitch ass. What would I pay money for me to look like somebody else? I want to look like myself, bro. I want to look like myself.
Terrible habit of bulimia or I'm going to die. So it was just...
I was horribly bulimic for a year and a half. Like it was awful.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah. It's not easy.
Cosmetic surgery can empower you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody's gonna do that.
I do wish that every woman could wake up and look in the mirror and be like, I am so beautiful just the way I am. But I also think that if you can do something to give yourself that feeling, then that's really great.
Everybody.
That is a beautiful thing.
So one of the questions we actually asked on our questionnaire is, what are your motivations for surgery? And someone who says, I can't get a boyfriend, you know, I'm getting bad grades because I have this particular look, they're a bad candidate for surgery. And you know, that's part of medical school training, that's part of becoming a surgeon, is understanding what these triggers are. What are the signs that tell you as a surgeon this is not going to be someone who's going to be...
It's about how you feel, though, guys. If you don't like your wrinkles, whatever, and you're old, okay, it can empower you. Like if you feel younger and more revitalized, if you have less wrinkles on your eyes, it is what it is. It's a bad grades, what you say?
And you know, that's part of medical school training, that's part of particular look. And someone who says, I can't get a boyfriend, you know, I'm getting bad grades because I have this particular look, they're a bad candidate for surgery.
Bad grades because of
you know,
looks?
That's part of medical school training, that's part of becoming a surgeon, is understanding what these triggers are. What are the signs that tell you as a surgeon this is not going to be someone who's going to be happy afterwards?
Whether or not you are inherently truly happy or not, I think that's hugely important. But what if you're a happy person, but you hate your nose? Or what if you're a very happy person and you were born with a cleft palate? And you want to be able to project your image to the world that's congruent with how you feel on the inside. And maybe you're experiencing negativity because of the way you were born naturally.
Guys,
every day.
I can't help but feel that there's so many facets of things. There's so many things to be happy about. I feel like, I guess it's just from my personal. I'm not gonna say that. I think it's gonna be rude.
Stories of empowerment,
I just feel like,
but for me, A particular one comes essentially from...
Guys, well, I'm happy about a billion things. I can't go like, oh my God. No, I'm not happy because I looked at my nose. I don't know.
Someone who was so unempowered by her experiences. This girl, she was 23 at the time, was beat by her father when she was younger and sustained significant trauma to her nose. And helping her and fixing her nose and the gratitude she showed and realizing that you didn't help her for that day, you didn't help her for that week, for the rest of her life, she can start moving on. And that empowerment is a perfect example of what cosmetic surgery, and that truly was that. It was just a cosmetic surgery.
That was
so she could breathe.
That was a fucking A1 take.
It wasn't so she could move around better. It was to make her look a certain way so she doesn't have to remember that experience.
There's too much pressure on women to look a certain way.
You said that's reconstructive, but if the damage wasn't that crazy and there's no obstructive breathing or whatever, the government will still classify it as cosmetic. Therefore, you're not going to get like fucking... You said you got to pay money and go private for it. That's just how it is, though.
We live in a Insta life now with, we have dating apps where you can swipe hundreds of people a day. And, you can go online and
what was the question?
Certain way.
There's a pressure for women to look a certain way. There's a pressure for everybody to look certain ways, man. It's whether it's up to you if you're gonna get into that or not.
Hundreds of likes, and you feel like there's so much pressure to look and be a certain way, like you can never fall.
If you just kind of look at the way that things have changed around pregnancy, a lot of women now want to go and have a baby with a beat face. Like everything is perfect. It's about the perfect picture. I have to have my makeup and my brows now. I understand some things you just want to be perfect. I get it. I want to be able to just embrace the moments with my child and not worry about all this makeup I have on right now.
I think we've been kind of comparing, say the 25-year-old to the 25-year-old. But then let's think about the women that are middle-aged and
Absolutely.
Are having to keep up with the younger girls to try and still feel attractive. And
you don't have to keep up with anything though, dude. It's always young, you can't keep up. It's just, imagine if you, oh man, I gotta keep up with that's not how it works though, dude. That's just how life is, dude.
Relevant, and I do see that a lot even with my clientele. I have women that are married to very wealthy men.
Yeah.
And that their greatest fear is that they will end up becoming the second wife because the new and improved wife is on her way in and she's on her way out. So this pressure to maintain youth and beauty and relevance is so...
How about you date faithful men and being strong relationships that aren't fully based on your revitalized young looks so that you can have a stable life that you're not gonna get cheated on when you look like a fucking fossil.
Huge.
But not really realizing that it's that man
is a jerk.
Right. And it's like, it's not.
If you think you're gonna get replaced when you get older because you're gonna look ugly, break up now. What the fuck? How am I brain dead?
It's really
break
the
up
person
now.
that you're with. And so
dodge the bullet.
I think that always having to keep.
You are blessed, you are lucky to know for a fact that the person will cheat if you look uglier later on. Did you know now? Leave now while you still can.
Up with the Joneses and always wanted to just like, I have to look this
Some
way.
people
because
don't know that their husband are like
this,
this,
love
and
me.
they'll never know until it happens.
Doesn't love me. I have to make myself be who he loves.
To take it
It's
to
a lot of pressure.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
I am beautiful.
Oh, that's wholesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first because I woke up this morning and I really loved myself. With me having vitiligo, it took a long time. When I first was diagnosed at 5, no one knew what it was. Everyone thought Michael Jackson made it up. Like, it's a real thing. No one knew that it was real. So a lot of people.
I don't care about the rest of this.